Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with Our Crafty Playdate, and I wanted to show you this month's kit. So this is actually the Christmas Club kit that we did in our August classes if you did them in person, but if you're ordering them, this is this month's kit. I know that sounds confusing, but I want to give our class people time to go ahead and make the cards and purchase the items that they want before I go ahead and post the video, and now they can make more, or now you can make them. So these are the 3 cards that come in the kit. It is 4 each of these cards. So you end up getting 12 cards. If it is an image that is stamped, then you get it white. And if it is an image that can be cut out of paper, then you get it cut out already. So if it's a die, it's already done for you. I want to show you what we've done. We're going to start with this card. Be on the lookout for these other videos. This one is amazing. This one's easy. This one's amazing. So a little bit for everybody. All right, so let's get started with this card. I love it. I think it is super cute and easy. It does have a lot of dies in it that you don't expect. So it's 1, 2, 3 dies in it, but it's adorable. It's from the holiday catalog, and it is this gingerbread and peppermint sweet. We're using this paper here, and we're using these dies and the stamps. So we're using this bundle here and the paper. And I want to show you the cool way that we are doing this. The ribbon is out of the new annual catalog, as is the cider paper, ink, cinnamon cider, ink, and paper. So let's get started on this. I'll show you more as we go. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of cinnamon cider paper and make it into a card. So this was an 8.5 by 11 that I cut in half, and now it is perfect for my card. And now we're going to use some cinnamon cider ink. So this really doesn't use a ton of materials. You'll see why in a minute. So cinnamon cider ink and a finger dauber. Now when I'm done with this dauber, I will make a little label for it, and it'll say cinnamon cider, and it goes in my collection, and that way the next time I want to do it, I can just use it, and I don't have to ink up another one, and I don't have to clean it, because that would not be fun. All right, so I am just inking the edge of my card, and the reason that I'm doing this is I want it to look like a cookie. So it is going to dry lighter than it is here on the paper that I'm using, but that doesn't make you want, well, it does make you want to, but don't make it too dark because you don't want to burn your cookie, right? You just want to show that it's fresh baked. It's homemade love. All right, so we're just going all the way around the edge of the card. And you don't want to put your finger down and twist, you know, because you don't want it to be like an exact circle. You're just lightly doing this. You could use a sponge, but I feel like I have, in this case, a lot more control over it if I just use the finger dauber. Okay, so if you do see that you made something that really looks like a circle, you just go around it and kind of soften it a little bit. All right, so it looks really super dark, but it's not. I promise you, it's going to dry a little bit lighter. Okay, so that is cinnamon cider ink, and my card base is done. That's how easy that was. The next thing that I'm going to do is stamp this thing here. So this piece is actually a die out of the annual catalog. That is from the Scallop Contours die set, and I love it. It has a lot of different frames. This is beautiful, by the way, and it's going to be adorable for Valentine's Day. But it is in this set, and that is in the annual catalog, and it coordinates with this color and contour bundle. So it does have some other stamps that go with it. I think this font is so fun. So I think it would be a great set. I'm not sure actually if oh no, I do have this set. I just haven't used it yet, but I love the dies. I think they're great for tags. So I cut that out already. The cool thing is it not only cuts, you can see the cut line here, but it also imprinted these stitch lines in it. So I didn't have to do that. So that's always a good thing, because that would not have been a straight line. I'm using the stamp set that went in that gingerbread bundle that I showed you. It's the You're the Icing to my gingerbread, and I'm going to stamp it kind of high on my label here. And the reason that I'm doing that is I want to give room for my little cinnamon cider bow here. If I have to say cinnamon again, I'm going to die because I'm seriously just not great at that. Okay. I get stuck on that word sometimes. So very quickly, gonna put this on there. Now, I could have wrapped this all the way around my tag and then tied a bow. But if I do that, I'm wasting an awful lot. And you can see how I tied it off to one side. By the way, if you order the kits from me, the package that you get for this card would look like this. And it would have all your cookie shapes in it. They're cut from paper, which I'll show you in just a minute. So they're not stamped images. You'd get this. You can use your own stamps, or you could order the stamp set that I've used. But you could use a lot of different things to be cute. And your bows are already tied. They come like this, so they're ready to go. And all the kits come like that. So this, for example, is last month's kit. And you can see that all the parts are cut and ready for you with your paper packed up like this. And it's got 3 videos that go with it, so you'll know exactly what to do when you get your kit. Okay. If you're interested in kits, by the way, while I'm taping this, I'll tell you. If you're interested in the kits, just email me. My email address will be below in the description. And feel free to email me and I can tell you more about them. All right, so I'm going to bend this around here now and tape it. If you're having trouble getting your bow to stay or your knot to stay upright, all you have to do is put a little glue dot under there. Ooh, that's very loose. All you have to do is put a little glue dot under your knot and it'll stay right attached, but mine's fine. It's good. It's good this way. Okay, so this is going to go on here. I am going to pop it up on some dimensionals. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to start laying things out. So I have already cut out the snowflake. And if you do get the kit from me, it will have different cookie shapes in it. And I'll show you why. This is the paper that came. I just dumped it. This is the paper that came with that suite. And I love it. One side is very specifically cookie-like, I think. Super cookie-like. And the other side, is just kind of holiday. But here's the beauty of this. So let's see, we have a snowflake, don't we? All right, so we're using the snowflake. This snowflake was cut straight from here. You can see how it fits right in there with the dies. So I didn't have to stamp it. I just put my die right on the paper and cut it out. Now these will be cut out from the ornament, and most of the shapes in these papers will be cut out. There is not a die for the mitten. I did hand cut one because they're just so stinking cute. And it's an easy line to cut yourself with scissors, but how much easier is this one with a die? Seriously. Okay, so this is part of the bundle of the stamps that we're using, and this is the paper. So this is all from the suite except for this die. And also from the same suite is this die. This is like the little frosting edge that you would have on gingerbread. Isn't that adorable? You could put that around a little 3D wedding cake favor. Wouldn't that be cute? Okay, I digress. All right, so here's what you want to do. When you cut this out, it's going to be longer than you need for a card. And that gives you a lot of freedom to do what you want to do here. What it's giving me freedom to do is cut this where I want. So I want it to be complete. See how it ends at exactly the same spot? So these to me look like a little bee. Doesn't that look like a little bumblebee? So I wanted it to go all the way and be a full bee, not cut like halfway through. So let's see, my bee, this is going to be the end of my bee here. And so I'm going to carefully clip here and clip straight up here. I'm just going to trim this little edge so it doesn't look like a ridge. So it looks like it was intentional. Look at that. And now I have this other little piece that would be adorable on a tag, on a Christmas tag. So yeah, I'm saving it. I know. You think I'm crazy, but you love me anyway. All right, so my frosting is done. Your frosting goes kind of low on your card here. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that on. But I will tell you something also here. If I somehow got red ink on my hand. How about that? If I were going to make a ton of these, like if I were going to sit down and this was my Christmas card to go out this year to 100 of my closest friends, I would layer this paper up and use, sorry, skipping my mind here, multi-purpose adhesive sheets. I'm not sure if that's what they're called, but they are in the catalog. And it's like a glue sheet that you put the piece of paper on, and then you run the die through, and when you pull it out of the die, you just peel off the back and it's a sticker. And then I wouldn't have to do this fussy stuff with the glue. But for just one card, it's not that big a deal. But seriously, if you were going to make a lot, use the multi-purpose adhesive sheets. If you don't know what I'm talking about there, or if you are confused about how to use those, I do have videos. So just kind of look up that word, go through my videos, and I think it's actually titled that. So it'll teach you how to use it in a couple different ways. I got a little thing there. All right, he's not beautiful, but you're getting the idea. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over, and I am going to use some dimensionals because I want this to be popped up. So I'm going to give my corners some love for sure. And then, you know what I always say, you want to put something here in the middle because nobody likes a saggy bottom. So there's my saggy bottom fixer. Rid of these edges of my dimensionals. If you're having a hard time getting the paper off the dimensionals, just stab it with your fingernail and it pops the edges up. Or you can use your scissors. A lot of people use scissors or tweezers. I don't use the tweezers, but a lot of people I've seen do. So if you're comfortable with your craft tweezers, then you could do that. Okay, so now I'm going to stick, I have red ink on my hand. Where did I get that? That's craziness. All right, I'm going to put it a little bit off center, a little bit further over to the right, so that when I put my snowflake on there, he's not going to hang off my card. If I put it on the center, it would be way over here. So I'm going to put it out like this. Here's the trick. I don't want to make my card stack too high. It's already a dimensional and a not tall, thick. Right? So I don't want to make it too thick. So if I put this whole thing on dimensionals, it's dimensional and then dimensional again. So I don't want to do that. Here's a tricky thing to do. I'm going to put glue here just on the one side of my snowflake, and I'm going to put my snowflake down. That's with glue. And then now I know where I need to stick dimensionals. Look, I can put one little one right under here. And now this leg of the snowflake is only exactly as high as this, right? Because this is one dimensional, this is one dimensional. This is glued straight on, but it still looks like it's all above board there. So that is that card. Very easy. Again, if you're interested in purchasing a kit for each of these 3 designs, then go ahead and send me an email. I will list in the comments all of the supplies that I used for this. So if you want to make it on your own, all you have to do is click right on the link for the specific item that you want, and it will take you right to that page in my store. I will also list it as a suite so that you get all the parts of it. You don't need the suite and everything else. You don't need the suite and the bundle. The suite includes the bundle, the paper, the die set, some ribbon. The ribbon actually that we're using in this card, that's another card in this set. This stamp is in there. And so you'll get a lot of stuff with the suite. So just be careful if you're getting the suite. Be sure that you check what is included in the suite before you order things. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator of your own, I would love to be yours. If you do, please support them. It is a tough time for small business right now, and we appreciate all of your crafting supply purchases. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.